Hello, everyone. I hope you had a chance to watch the conceptual overview of the course. That's really what's most important. It's a philosophy course. It's got content. It's about stuff. And so I hope that you had a chance to get a sense of what the course is about and what we'll be reading. And please feel free to contact me whenever you like about whatever you want. My phone number and my email are on the syllabus, and you should feel free to call me if you want. And don't contact me through the Canvas site. Either call me or email me directly at my LaSalle email, because I don't check that. I check my email. So email me directly, please. Or call me. That's my cell phone. Don't worry about it. So this video is just to make sure that we all know how to use the site and how things are arranged on the site and what sort of assignments you'll have and things like that. The most important thing to realize first is that the course is organized by week all the way through, and that everything you need to do that week is in the week's folder. You want to call it that. Okay, so let's just look at week one. We see that we have our reading, Epicurus's letter to Menoicus. The reading always comes first. Canvas, I hate it, but that's what we're stuck with. I always hit download because it takes so long to load. But yeah, the first thing we get is the reading. All the readings have been uploaded to the site, so there's no book to buy. So we have our reading. And then every week we have some videos that I've made talking about the reading. These are, of course, optional to watch. I don't check on whether you've watched them. These are me doing my job as a teacher, trying to give you maybe some help doing the reading, giving you my ideas on the reading.
His letter to Menoicus.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you'll see that for a reading, a brief reading like we have to begin with from Epicurus, there's only one video. Oftentimes there'll be several videos of about 10 minutes long. It's depending on how long the reading is, how complicated it is, and how much I have to say about it. If I think that, again, the videos are there for you. They're purely there to help you read the text better. They are not there as a substitute for reading the text. You still have to read the text to do well in the course. But the videos are there for you. And although I do encourage you to contact me by phone or by email, whenever you want to talk about the course, the videos are the main way that I communicate with you. So watching them is optional, sure, of course it is. But I think you want to know what your teacher is thinking. I mean, it's just your sort of survival strategy as a student. Knowing what your teacher is thinking about the reading is something that will help. So the videos are there. The third thing you'll always find are the review questions or study questions. These are always due Sunday by midnight. So at the end of the first week, the first set of study questions are due. These are questions that are for every reading. They are not graded. As long as you answer every question, turn them in on time, and answer them in good faith, really try to answer them, you'll get the full credit, the full point. But they need to be turned in on time, or else you can only hope to get half credit. And you have to try to answer every question. And as I said, they're always due Sunday by midnight. The last weekly thing you'll find in every week's folder is the discussion board. This also has a due date of Sunday by midnight. I'm sorry, that's not correct. I might have either hit the wrong button or yeah, so you just post, and this goes for every week. There's no specific topic or prompt for the discussion boards for this class. So don't wait for me to write something. Go ahead and write your thoughts, right? Because it's unstructured. There's no theme that you have. It's just whatever your response is. to the week's reading. Simply write a paragraph or two that reflects your thinking on the reading, whatever it is. Just it has to be about the reading, but in a loose way. And then I want you to reply in a thoughtful way to a couple of other student posts. So what that means is that you make your main post, you write whatever your thoughts are, and then you reply to two other posts. You can reply, of course, to as many posts as you want, but you must reply to at least two other posts. And more than good post or I agree, that's nice, but what you want to do is to actually respond in a concrete, substantive way to what somebody has said. It doesn't have to be a long response, but it has to be a specific response to what they said. It just can't be a throwaway remark, however nice that remark may be. And that's it. That's the weekly thing. You've got a reading, you've got videos for the reading, you've got review questions to submit, and you've got a discussion board to participate in. And that's how we'll go week by week. So we already know two of the very important requirements for the course, and that is weekly review questions, weekly discussion board participation. Next, we have our essays. You'll see that when you go through the conceptual introduction to the course, conceptual overview of the course, you'll see that the course is divided into 5 parts. First 3 readings constitute the first part, and then you'll have to write your first essay by the 13th of September. Here you have a choice to address one or other of the questions. No need to get into the details now. You have to do the readings before you really understand what the assignment is. But the essays are always 750-word essays, which is about three pages, but 750 words. And my best advice for the essays is make sure that you understand the question before you write the essay. These essays that you'll write are specifically in response to the questions asked in the assignment. They are not just tell me what you know about the author. No, you have to respond to the actual assignment. Did Bruckner and Fisher solve the asymmetry problem? We don't know what that is yet, but we will. Why or why not? That's actually a pretty tough question. But if you choose that one, that's what you have to respond to. Tell me whether or not they actually solved that problem. And if they did, why they did, why you think they did. And if they didn't, why you think they didn't, right? So I just want to get across that you really have to make sure that you have your mind wrapped around the question. That is, that you really understand the question, and that therefore in your essay you're able to really respond to it. If you're not clear on it, call me up, email me. We'll get you clear on it. So there's 5 essays due, 5 around 3-page essays due, 750-word essays due throughout the course. And the due dates are obviously there. I will accept late essays, but with a point reduction. And that could be significant. So you want to definitely get them in on time. I mean, when I say significant, I mean it could impact your final grade, losing a point. You don't want to do that. You also don't want to lose a point or a half point, whatever it is, by not getting the review questions in on time. And you definitely don't want to lose a point. As I say in the syllabus, you don't want to lose a point by missing the week's discussion, because that you can't make up. And you'll have a point reduction if you don't participate in a weekly discussion board. The only other thing is the final exam, which will open on or has to be turned in by the 25th of November. Obviously we have a strange schedule going on here because of the coronavirus. And yes, I'm writing this during the coronavirus. I haven't done anything in 4 months, which is okay. I'm an old guy. It's you young people I feel sorry for. We'll have a final exam, and the final exam will cover everything that we read in course. I think I give you 2 hours to do it, which is probably too much time, but I don't really care. Better too much time than too little time. Let's take a quick look. The syllabus is in the main menu. I think I've got the syllabus updated. pretty much. It just talks about a little bit about the course objectives, the requirements. Please read that closely. Make sure you understand what the requirements are. The 5 3-page essays, the discussion board participation, and the study questions. Just to say it one more time, you have to participate in this discussion board. And so you'll have to make at least 3 posts a week. One, your initial post in which you write your own response to the reading, and then the 2 responses to other people's posts. If you don't do that for a week, 1 point will be subtracted from your final grade. You don't want that to happen. There's no reason for it. Okay? There's no reason for it. If I make any mistakes on like how many points are available in the course or anything, if I make any mistakes about anything, please contact me. I mean, it's complicated, putting together a whole Canvas course, and you're bound to make mistakes. So I rely on students to point out my mistakes so I can correct them. But if I'm not mistaken, there are 38 available points in the course, and this is how grades will be determined strictly on the basis of how many points you actually score. The essays will be graded. They'll be graded on a 5-point scale. 5 essays at 5 points apiece makes 25 points. That's right. And getting a 5 on an essay in a philosophy class, that's good. That's really, really good. And getting a 4 is too. But I'm not a terribly hard grader. I got to say that. But I do expect these essays to be good, and they should be polished, and they should be 3 pages long. You're going to need that amount of space in order to adequately answer the question. When it comes time for the first essay, I will, I'm sure, have more to say about essays and more advice to give, and you're always welcome to contact me. But this is how grades will be determined. Plagiarism and cheating. It happens. I don't expect it to happen. It doesn't happen that often. But you really, I hate plagiarism and cheating. It just means when you copy somebody else's work and use it as your own. I mean, that's all I mean by plagiarism. Copying and paste internet plagiarism. Like putting somebody else's work. It's not like one little remark that you might have heard somebody else. No, it's. So don't do it. Wouldn't want you to fail the course. And if you, I'd have to have proof. I'd have to see what you're. I don't think it'll happen. And there's no reason, obviously, to do it. And you won't do it, and everything will be great, and it'll be a great course. So that's pretty much the structure of the course. As far as I think you really need to know. Schools. I've taught LaSalle for 25 years. Almost now, 23 years, and I really enjoyed it. And the schools, all the schools I teach at, I teach at St. Joe's and Temple too, and they all sort of tell you to do a lot of things for your online courses that you don't really need to do. My idea of an online course is it should be simple, and the layout should be easy to read. There shouldn't be a lot of Chrome, a lot of boilerplate, a lot of add-ons that no one cares about. So if there's anything I've left out, please let me know. I try to lay the course out in such a way that it's easy to see what's important. What's important is the reading. What's important are the 2 weekly things that you need to do by Sunday night. And please start participating in that discussion board early in the week. Don't leave it to Sunday. As soon as you're ready, as soon as you've done that reading and you have something to say it. Because otherwise, if you leave your discussion board posts to the very end of the week, we defeat the purpose of the discussion board, which is to have a discussion. And if you leave it to the end of the week, there's no time for discussion. So, I like, it's pretty clear. Here's the reading. Here are the 2 weekly assignments. Here is the video, which I would encourage you to watch. Here is where you find out what the assignments are for the essay. And here are the due dates, Down here is the final exam in November. And, if you click on it, you'll see some instructions before you get started. So that's it. That's all I got. I will be sending out announcements probably on a fairly regular basis. Sometimes I make videos on the fly if I think that things need to be explained better. Sometimes I do review videos for the discussion board after I read through them, stuff like that. So I will be communicating with you by announcement and by additional videos like this one throughout the semester. So, it's an online course, which I think is okay. I mean, I like online courses, especially when it's really hot, and if you have air conditioning. No, I like online courses. I think that it can be really good learning experiences. I'm not really nothing wrong with online courses. This is a course which I've thought about and taught for many, many years, and the readings that I'm giving you here are readings that I really love, and I hope that you love them too, and I hope that you'll get a lot out of the course.